So we've got some decent crews in this race too, including I think the bronze medalists from the World Championships, the Russians last year. And we will go and look at how these crews moved off the start. Clean start from everyone. I think of interest are the two Chinese boats in the centre lanes. This crew closest to us is the second Netherlands boat.
And they're right out of the lane on the start. They had some steering difficulties there, coming right over onto the side that I would call bow side.
So it looks like the Chinese are in front. China 1 as we pick the race up. So let's just have confirmation of that for you. Yeah, on the top of your picture, it's the Russians, bronze medalists. They're in second place, but as they go through the 1,000, it's that first Chinese crew. New Zealand in third, and then, well, it's close for all crews. So that is the Chinese leading the race, and you've got Wang Fei in the stroke seat, 29 years of age, a lot of experience, was in the double sculls in Sarasota, showing her ability to change crews. Steve Redgrave, the British 5-time Olympic champion, had a hand in selection of all these crews. As the Chinese have been out training in Banyoles on the 1992 Olympic course, Greg, where you, of course, won your gold medal. That's where they've been, and, well, they've been profiting, haven't they, from those conditions?
Well, they do look very smooth, don't they? Very short in the finish, actually, that they look like they just get the work done in the first 2/3 of the stroke, and they in these tailwind conditions don't need to row too much for a finish, get the bodies too far through.
I'd say that
get on to the next one.
I'd say that was the best I've seen a Chinese women's sweep crew row for a long while, actually. They look nice and sharp, you know, they're cohesive together. I think it really has benefited them being over here in Europe since the first World Cup, doing that training camp in Banyoles, and maybe the magic of Steve Redgrave has had an early impact. So it will be the Chinese first crew who will go through the 1,500 metres to go point in the lead. Two crews through, and challenging hard are China 2. They might hit, well, no, I think it's level between them. On the top of your picture, the white boat is Russia, and then the second Chinese boat. You can hear the shouts going on. The black boat is New Zealand's Gujaspor's and Jurison. They look to be having a tough time to get in the first two. Only the first two will qualify. Australia already through to this final with the British yesterday. That looks great, I think, Greg.
No, that China 1 boat is moving well, and like you say, China 2 also moving well. They were quick in that third 500. They took 2 seconds off the Russian 4 in the third 500. If they can take the same again, they will take the second qualifying place. But the Russian crew over on the right of our screen, as we see it from that drone shot, have responded and held them at, I guess, about a canvas lead, well, maybe even half a length lead.
So Zhu Ri, who's the stroke of the second Chinese crew, closest to us on the left of your picture, she was in that boat that came 6th in Sarasota in this event. And so she's slightly more experienced, Zhu Ri, at 25 years of age. But just not going to quite have enough with, what, 20-25 strokes to go. I'm just loving the way these China 1 women have put it out. That's Guo, Lin Lin, Zhang Mian, Yi Li Qin and Wang Fei. We've spoken about her already. Beautiful cohesion.
Well, they're really, I mean, I think they're really dumping the finish. They're not really rowing much for finish at all, but they're just getting up onto the next stroke, and they're all doing it together. So they get their work done in the important middle phase of the boat, where the oar's at 90 degrees to the boat, and they've pushed the boat right through to get that win for China ahead of Russia. Those two boats qualifying, and China 2 just getting pushed out.
Well, you know, you could think you could do a bit of work with those women, get a decent crew out that's going to challenge for a medal at the World Championships this year.
Oh, well, definitely.
So there's Wang Fei, closest to you, the stroke of China 1, the 29-year-old, 5'11". There's a picture. I think actually, when I was doing a bit of mindfulness yesterday, those were the 4 women that came with their sort of S&C coach, and they had a little thing going to Ed Sheeran.
Oh, did they?
As they were doing the warm-up yesterday, just over there by the food tent.
A very European influence. They got in the rhythm and they held the rhythm all the way down the course. I think they benefited in these tailwind conditions, and be really exciting to see how this event keeps progressing as we move towards the Tokyo Olympics. See confirmation there for that win for the crew from the People's Republic of China ahead of the Russian Federation. Those two qualifying